Congratulations on the purchase of your Snap-on FuelKare system, the most technologically advanced method for cleaning harmful fuel-related contaminants from gasoline engines. Please take the time to read through the instruction manual and familiarize yourself with the unit before its initial use. Also, read, understand, and follow all safety instructions contained within the manual. In this program, we'll show you FuelKare's basic setup and operating procedures so you can deliver restored horsepower, fuel economy, and reduced emissions to your customers while putting yourself on the road to safety, efficiency, and increased profits. The Snap-on FuelKare system is fully electronic. When connected to a gasoline engine, it temporarily replaces the vehicle's fuel supply and performs cleaning and diagnostic functions with a mixture of fuel and Snap-on Premium Fuel System cleaning solution and filters. This mixture is circulated throughout the fuel distribution system, loosening and dissolving accumulated deposits and contaminants, passing them through the exhaust system or the Snap-on FuelKare's fuel filter. The FuelKare's control panel is logically arranged into sections for diagnostic, two-line, and one-line service procedures. Although it's not always necessary, it is recommended that you run the diagnostic procedures before every fuel system cleaning. FuelKare is capable of the following measurements and tests: fuel supply flow rate, fuel pump maximum output or deadhead pressure, regulated and unregulated pressure, leak down testing, as well as pressure and vacuum checks. To get started, power up the FuelKare by connecting the power cord to a 12-volt battery. First, attach the positive lead to the positive battery terminal. Then connect the negative lead to vehicle ground as far from the battery leads as possible to help prevent sparking and igniting of battery gases. The unit will perform a self-test, fuel pressure calibration, and display the software version. To skip the diagnostics functions, press and hold the two adjust pressure keys at the same time until the diagnostic fill cycle LED goes out. Then proceed with fuel system service. To begin the diagnostics and fill process, press the diagnostic fill cycle key. An alert will sound, and the red connect hoses and start engine LED prompts will flash. To proceed with diagnostics, remove the vehicle's gas cap to normalize tank pressure. Then return it. Now, disconnect the return fuel line from the regulator side of the fuel rail. Connect the appropriate adapter to the regulator. And attach the black or return hose to the adapter. Similarly, connect the appropriate adapter to the fuel tank return line. Then attach the red or pressure hose from the FuelKare. With the FuelKare situated in line between the fuel pressure regulator and the fuel tank return line, you're now ready for the tank fill and diagnostic process. Connect the appropriate adapters to the inlet side of the fuel rail and the feed line from the vehicle's fuel supply. Connect a T adapter in series with the fuel inlet line to the engine. Position it such that the long hose with the gate valve is facing toward the vehicle's fuel tank. Now block off the T by attaching the loop hose to the open male quick coupler fitting. Connect the vacuum hose from the FuelKare unit to any manifold vacuum port on the vehicle. Start the engine and check for leaks. If there are no leaks, add fuel to the FuelKare reservoir by pressing and holding the Fill Tank Flow Rate check button until 1 quart or 32 ounces of gasoline is added to the existing tank level. If this is the unit's initial use or its first use after installing a new filter, Fill the reservoir to the 2-quart level. Verify the flow rate by checking time on the upper left display. 2 quarts during the initial fill or a fill after changing the spin-on filter should take about 90 seconds. After you've verified the flow rate, press and release the deadhead pressure check button. The upper right display will indicate deadhead pressure. Now check the baseline vacuum by pressing and releasing the vacuum test button. The upper right display will indicate the current vacuum reading. Typically, a system cleaning should result in a net improvement between about 1/2 to 2 inches in the manifold vacuum. With the vacuum test completed, turn the engine off. Press the Finish Cycle Stop Engine button. The Leak Down Test LED will flash, indicating it's time to perform a leak down test. Pressing the leak down key will initiate auto purge. The display will indicate purge while any air that is present in the FuelKare system is evacuated. This typically takes about 5 seconds. When the auto purge is complete, the Connect Hoses LED will flash, indicating it's time to reroute the hoses for the leak down test. To do so, disconnect the red FuelKare hose from the fuel tank return line adapter and connect the open end of the loop hose to it. This allows pressure in the fuel supply line to safely bleed off to the vehicle fuel tank. Next, disconnect the loop hose from the T adapter and connect the red FuelKare hose to it. Press the leak down key. The pump will ramp up, pressurizing the fuel system. Once stabilized, the pressure vacuum display will alternate between baseline pressure and current pressure, while the timer display will show elapsed time in minutes. A pressure differential over time indicates a leak in the system. For more detailed instructions on isolating the leak, see the Leak Down Test section of your FuelKare Operations Manual. The test may be repeated as many times as necessary by repressing the leak down key. Press the Finish Cycle key to complete the leak down test and conclude your diagnostics phase. The results of the flow rate, deadhead pressure, and leak down diagnostics can be recalled at any time during the fuel system cleaning service by pressing and holding the appropriate diagnostic key. These values are erased when the FuelKare system is shut down. You're now ready to begin the fuel system cleaning procedure using your Snap-on FuelKare system. Let's look at the procedure for a common 2-line system. To begin, press the 2-line service button. With the valve closed, disconnect the long leg of the T-adapter from the vehicle's fuel supply line. Then connect the open end of the loop hose to the supply line. Creating a loop from the supply line to the return line allows the fuel pump to run, bypassing the engine. It makes it unnecessary to disable the fuel pump. In this configuration, FuelKare now serves as an auxiliary fuel supply with its own tank, filter, and pump, circulating the gas detergent mixture. When prompted, add 3 250 milliliter bottles of Snap-on Premium Cleaning Solution. This will achieve the desired 4-to-1 mix of gasoline to cleaning solution in FuelKare. The first stage of the cleaning process, the soak, cleans the fuel rail, the upper portion of the fuel injectors, and the pressure regulator. The LED for Set Time will flash. Soak time is preset for 10 minutes. This can be adjusted by pressing the Set Time button. Each press adds 5 minutes, up to 60. Then it reverts to 0. With the engine off, press and release the Start Soak button and check for leaks. The Snap-on FuelKare now pulsates the mixture through the system, loosening deposits and particles back to the FuelKare where its ultra-fine filter traps the debris. This is a good time to clean the throttle plate area, idle air bypass circuit, and the intake plenum with the optional Induction Cleaning System Kit. For a detailed description of this product and its use, please consult your operator's manual. Also, if desired, Connect the throttle body mister to the open side of the T at this time, using the appropriate throttle body adapter. When the soak cycle is finished, the alert will sound, and the set time and start engine LEDs will flash, prompting the start of the next phase of the cleaning service, cleaning the bottom of the injection system. Cleaning service time is preset for 20 minutes. It can be adjusted in 5-minute increments by pressing the Set Time button. Before starting the engine, tap the starter 6 to 8 times, enough to move the crankshaft through 360 degrees of traffic. Doing so allows you to detect any cylinders that may have been unintentionally flooded during the soak mode. When the engine is rolling over normally, press the Start Service Start Engine button and start the engine. The FuelKare is now working to thoroughly clean the bottom of the injectors, including the pintle and the seat, as well as the surface areas of the valves, combustion chamber, and exhaust system components. Operating pressure is displayed on the right, and time is on the left. After approximately 10 minutes, or enough time to bring the engine up to normal operating temperature and into closed-loop operation, it's now possible to utilize the throttle body mister to clean the induction system. To do so, increase engine speed to approximately 12 to 1500 RPM and slowly open the valve on the T-adapter to release a cleansing mist upon the throttle body. Hold the throttle at 12 to 1500 RPM for a maximum of 60 seconds while using the throttle body mister. Close the valve on the T-adapter and reduce the engine speed back to idle. Wait 2 to 3 minutes between additional applications. Continue with 2-line rail service in this fashion until the time expires. An alert will sound and the Finish Cycle Stop Engine LED will light. Stop the engine and press Finish Cycle. The FuelKare system will automatically release pressure from the hoses when it stops. Be advised that the system pressure will increase due to the normal heat soak cycle after the engine is turned off. To relieve system pressure, with the FuelKare still under power, press and release the stop button at the top dead center of the display panel. The FuelKare system diagnostic and cleaning procedure is complete. Service on a one-line system is performed in a similar fashion with the following considerations. Because the fill tank and flow rate check must be performed on the vehicle's supply line, the FuelKare is positioned after the fuel pressure regulator, between the fuel filter and the fuel rail or carburetor, using the FuelKare's black return hose. The red pressure hose is not needed for the test. It's also important to note that on a one-line service, the deadhead test shows system operating pressure, not maximum fuel pump pressure. And FuelKare uses the result of the deadhead test as the target pressure when ramping up pressure to run the engine in the service mode. For more detailed instructions, options, and safety information, please consult your operator's manual. Again, congratulations on the purchase of your Snap-on FuelKare system, the most technologically advanced method for cleaning harmful fuel-related contaminants from gasoline engines. Snap-on. There is a difference.